We're on our way to small town Mora. I'm Dangerholm, custom bike builder, and today I'm gonna show you some of the local riding in the heart of Sweden. First thing we're gonna do is meet up with my childhood friend Jacob, and we're gonna show you some of the hidden gems around town, including Swedish fika.
Mura is pretty much as Swedish as it gets, and famous for things like Morakniv bushcraft knives, which I actually used to remove paint from carbon frames on my custom bikes, traditional wooden horses called Dalahästar, and also hosting the biggest marathon mountain bike race in the Nordics, Cykelvasan. A weekend trip like this of course requires some food, so I stopped to grab some locally made falukorv sausage, the perhaps lesser known alternative to Swedish meatballs. Me and Jacob have been riding in the area for some 20 years, so we definitely know a few spots. And while you can start your ride in the town center with super easy trails for any skill level, we decided to head out to find a good camp spot for the van. And less than 20 kilometers away, we had a beautiful place to park, literally 10 meters away from the trail. The Scott Axis e-ride bikes are great all-rounders, and especially so is the Evo Tour full suspension version. It doesn't matter if it's commuting to work, going to the store to buy falukorv, or exploring some nice trails on your weekend getaway. So we changed into our riding gear, packed some snacks and a spare tube, and decided to start things off with a lap around Mora Långarundan. A 24-kilometer flat and easy single-track trail, popular to both cyclists and long-distance runners. Back from our ride, it was time for a break, and what better way to spend it than with some Swedish fika. So we headed to Hökberg's Fabulous Cafe, which is open during summertime and located along the super popular Cykelvasan racecourse. So don't be surprised if you find it full of cyclists enjoying coffee, cinnamon buns and sweets. While most people ride said racecourse, which is essentially small and nice gravel roads, as experienced riders we wanted to have a little more fun. So we went to ride up the Hökberg hill itself on a little known trail, with a very technical climb rewarding us with a great view of the area. We plugged the bikes into the solar cell system to charge the batteries back up. And to recharge the riders, we lit our campfire to grill some well-deserved hot dogs. Looking back at the day, we couldn't be much happier, and a nice moment like this was of course the perfect way to end the day.
Today we're heading out to Gesundaberget bike park just outside town for some climbing and great views. But first, let's stop for some breakfast.
We found a nice spot on Solaren, which means Island of the Sun, surrounded by Lake Siljan, one of the biggest lakes in Sweden. 1,000 years ago, this place was actually populated by Vikings. On our super Swedish menu was crisp bread, falukorv and of course strong black coffee. Full of energy, we then drove up to Gesundaberget. This old ski resort was actually one of the first bike parks in Sweden, but it's also popular to both locals and tourists because of the absolutely beautiful view from the top. While the bike park unfortunately has been closed all year, having Bosch-powered e-bikes we definitely weren't afraid of the rather tough climb up. Both me and Jacob have been riding downhill bikes here for 20 years, so it's always a must to stop here when being back home, getting some good descending in. And while the Scott Axis e-ride bikes sure are durable and super capable all-rounders, I should point out that downhill riding isn't exactly their intended use. So even though you should enjoy riding your axes in a more suitable terrain, I hope that seeing this will encourage you to not feel held back by the bike and inspire you to have fun taking it off the pavement from time to time.
So this can be a typical weekend in the heart of Sweden, and I can highly recommend it. But now it's time to go home.